Hello again. It's Julie with Reflections Framing and Stitching. This is Chart of the Day video number 105, I think. Can't remember now what I looked up, but I think it's 105. How are you? I hope you're doing well. I'm doing good. As I mentioned in my previous video, I'm recording this right after that one, so but you'll see this a couple of days later, so I hope everyone's doing fine and getting some stitching in. I can't go over the question of the day from last time right now because you haven't heard it and haven't answered it. So I will add a little ditty at the end of this covering the previous question of the day, and that's just how that will work for now. So I hope it works out okay. Today's chart of the day is Honey Hill Hamlet. It comes to us from Artful Offerings, and it looks like this. Love the bees down here and the houses. You know I like houses. So I just think it's adorable. The chart sells for $12. It calls for 40 count doubloon, and its stitch count is 211 by 149. It uses Gentle Arts threads, which with a DMC conversion if you want, and I actually have all the Gentle Art threads for once, so surprise, surprise. A happy surprise, an amazing surprise, because that just doesn't, I usually have to do at least one substitution. So anyway, here are the colors. And this is 40 count doubloon. I do not have a ton of it, but there is 40 count doubloon. Now, should you not have doubloon, Heartland will work. This is 40 count Heartland. It's a little more green than my doubloon and not quite as dark, but it would work fine too. Another option I pulled is, this is a new color for me. It's called Aged Paper from Color and Cotton. It's just a very neutral. And this is also 40 count. You know, Properly Primitive is one of my favorite colors. This is 18 count Ada, Properly Primitive. So it's got the brown and the green in it. That would look good. And then for just something a little bit different, won't probably be to everyone's taste, but I have a little bit of this fabric left. It is called Berkshire Hive. It's an even weave, 28 count. And since the topic of this is bees, I think that would be good. That could be really cute. So, there you go. That is your chart of the day today. Your question of the day for today is honey. Do you like honey? Do you not like honey? I tend to like cinnamon honey. but I don't eat a lot of it because, you know, kind of full of sugar. But when I eat it, I like it on peanut butter sandwiches, peanut butter and honey sandwiches. I like it on my biscuits. It's awesome on, I don't know if you have Popeyes where you're from, but they have the absolute best biscuits in the world, and I love to put honey on those biscuits. So, little funny story about, since we're talking about honey and honey comes from bees, little funny story from my childhood. One summer we were moving houses, so like Mom and Dad were building the house that I grew up in from the age of 7 on up. But the house we had before had sold, and so we needed to move someplace for the summer, in between times before that, because the new house wasn't ready. And so we rented this. Well, they rented. I didn't rent it. I was only 6 or 7 years old at the time. They rented this little house, and it had a hedge in front of it that the bees really, really, really liked. And my brother and I, in all our infinite child wisdom, thought it would be a good idea to go up to the hedge and smack the bees and kill them that way. Not ever thinking in our head that, we could get stung pretty bad doing that. So we spent the summer killing bees with our bare hands. And amazingly enough, neither of us ever got stung. But I think I was slightly insane to be doing that, because I would not even think about it right now. That thought, crushing bees with my hands, would never cross my mind. Not to mention we need the bees, in order to pollinate. But it would never cross my mind to do that at this point in my life, which just goes to show when you're 7 years old, your thought processes are not always the best, because it never crossed our mind that we'd get stung doing something like that. So that's my bee story. I'm not like allergic to bee stings or anything. I just don't like to get them. The last time I was stung, it was not by a bee. It was probably more like a hornet, and it got me in the back of the leg walking to my car one morning for work, and I swear that thing itched for months. So, I didn't have any breathing problems, but I had a welt for months, and it itched terrible, and it got all red around it, and it wasn't fun. So I would prefer not to be stung by them. So I will never smash them with my hands ever again. And that, I guess, is going to be that for the day. It's a short video. I will, like I said, will put a little blurb on the end with the response to the previous question of the day. I know this is going to be kind of maybe confusing. Well, I hope it's not, but maybe it will be. I don't know. So, you have a great day, and I will see you next time. Take care. Bye. Hello, Floss Tube. This is the little ditty that I promised to add to the end of my last video. Welcome. This is later than I thought it would be. Life has just really got kind of crazy this week. Amy had surgery, Abby had surgery, Dan wrecked Travis's truck, expo stuff's been coming in, so it's just been really hard to get this done, and I should be getting packages ready to be shipped out. Well, they're ready, I just need to print the labels. But I thought, no, I've got to do this before I do that, so I'm putting you ahead of everybody else. So how are you? I'm good. I'm a little frazzled. I did not get the Dan and Julie show done, which it would take forever to explain why that didn't happen. But I am hoping to do one, even if it's not with Dan on Sunday. So fingers crossed. I think I'll just get up and do it. You may get me without makeup or my hair done. I could have could have my hair sticking out like that, and you could caw at me like Adam used to do to Amy in the morning. She'd come down. Amy's got hair that she's got enough hair for 3 or 4 people at least, and she would get up in the morning and it would be a virtual bird's nest on her head, and he would always caw at her. So you might get me that way, but I'm determined that Sunday morning is going to be the morning that I do a video that explains a lot of other stuff. So maybe. So this is supposed to be covering the question of the day from the last video, which was the framing question. Which choice did you like? And it was pretty evenly split for those of you who responded. It was 12 to 14. So there was, and it was in the brown frame's favor. So just 2 votes. I had decided to go ahead and do the brown frame. Not that I'll get to it anytime soon, because again, expo orders. Gosh, that is so time consuming. I mean, I love the orders, don't get me wrong, but it does take up a lot of time. So that's what Lori and I have been doing all week, is as things came in, I'd get them in the computer, we'd kind of pull things. You know, it's different from Nashville when you bring it all home. And if you're lucky, you've got most of it with you, and you can just lay it all out and you know, take one person and pluck all their charts and put them in the bag and move on. When everything is being shipped to you, you're kind of waiting, because, you know, it's been coming in little dribbles at a time. I'm still waiting for some. So, but I have gotten to the point where I can finish out some people's orders. So that's what we've been working on yesterday and today. So I've got, I don't know how many I have over there that are ready to have their labels printed, but that's what I'll do after I'm done with this, is print labels and get them ready to ship out tomorrow. So, let's see, is there anything else I wanted to cover? Oh, I did want to say, hold on, nope, I don't see it. That the one chart, Antrim's Folly, that I got from Heartsease Exemplar Works, I took pre-orders for. I have one lady that will not respond to emails or pay for her chart. I sent her a PayPal invoice and she canceled it. So should anyone be looking for that chart, I do have an extra one. It is $50, which is pretty expensive for a chart, but it's a pretty awesome chart. So if anyone is interested, I do have one extra. And may I just say, one of my biggest pet peeves is when people order from a shop. We're a small business. We run on a tight budget. If you're going to order from a shop, please follow through and pay for it. We can't afford to have this stuff that's just going to sit here and never sell. And a $50 chart is hard to sell. So if anyone wants it, let me know. What else do I need to say? Weather is it today is sunny but cool. Supposed to get up to 60 by Saturday, but be windy. But at least we didn't get the feet of snow that western Nebraska did, or Wyoming or Colorado. They can have that. I don't want it. But we have had some rain, so which we need. And as Dan says, you know, we did put a sprinkler system in right before winter hit, so it will probably rain every other day this summer instead of the drought we had last year. Just saying, if it does, it's entirely my fault because we put the sprinkler system in. With that, I'm going to finish this off so that I can get back to the work I need to do. It takes a while when you have to, well, it takes a while for me, technology, you know, for me to stitch the two together, the two videos together, and then get it uploaded. So I'm going to do that now because it's already 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and it'll probably take 2 hours to do. So I'm going to let you go. I hope you're having a great week. I will do my very best to see you on Sunday. Maybe we'll have breakfast together. And you take care until then. Get lots of stitching done. One other thing. I'm so excited. I am almost done with my band sampler. I've kind of been working on that just exclusively, and I'm so excited because it's almost done. So I don't know. Should I show it to you before I frame it or not? I haven't decided. I'll decide before Sunday. So anyway, take care. I will see you next time. Bye.